right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys. We have a review to do, but first, say hello to that guy, Ren, Stimpy, Powdered Toast Man, Logging TV. And let's get started right here on the KnivesFAST channel, guys. If you are not subscribed, please take care of that right now and hit that notification bell. Lots of great content coming your way. And that only starts right here with this amazing knife from the Apex Pass-Around Group. This is the WinterBlade Company Factor. And you guys have seen a lot about this knife as I knock it over. Probably, and you've seen me talking about it, and I've talked about it, on my live streams and everything else. It comes in this really cool case here. By the way, this is the pre-production version right here. Now, he's already done the first pre-order for these, and they are in process. And he's already sold the first batch, and now there's also a pre-order going on. So if you're interested in one of these, you would need to get in on the pre-order. Boy, if I could get that out of my mouth. So let's open this up now. There are different trims and colors of this. This is a blue titanium side here with the green accents on the pivot, green accents on the lock, green accent on the little crazy back spacer flipper tab thing. And then obviously on this side, you've got a carbon fiber. Now, if I close it, you see he's got M390 and WinterBlade there where you can see them when it's closed. Really interesting looking hole design. And then on this side, you've got Factor. So yeah, there is some billboarding on this, but this is very much a really unique kind of earth-moving kind of knife that maybe deserves a little bit of billboarding. But there is your M390 and WinterBlade. Very nice flat grind, very tall flat grind all the way up. I would call that full because it goes all the way up here, as you can see. Great plunge. You do have a very nice finger choil. So let's talk about those things first, and then we'll go back to the obvious. I always like to bury the obvious. So you have these chamfers here. You do have a really nice titanium pocket clip. You have about that much left over when it's in your pocket. It is reversible to the other side fairly easily, it appears. And again, you know, it's really hard. We'll talk more about this in a minute. It's really hard to talk about ergonomics with this knife with this big gap, but we'll talk about that a little bit more. But overall, if you just hold it like this and kind of try to ignore that a little bit, it fills your hand out pretty good. There's no sharp edges or anything, but there is this issue right here we'll talk about. The clip is fine. And a nice flat area, don't need jimping to come out, and you have a great area to choke up. And, you know, for me, staying off of the blade has not been a problem. Nice end there to the sharpening area. All right, so for me, you know, it looks really good. I'm not a big fan of the green. So let's just talk real quick. Whoops, there we go again. It just doesn't want to stand up. Stand. All right. So let's go over here and talk about the colors that he has available. So you've got sandblasted natural titanium with black accents, gray accents, lime green accents, stonewash black with black accents, gray accents, green accents, and then stonewash blue with black accents, gray accents, and lime green. So you got natural titanium, black titanium, and blue titanium with all those different options. These run about $375. Now let's talk about why that is, guys. It's a fairly small knife. We'll go down to the specs in a minute. But why is this a $375 knife? Now, these are made by Best Tech in China. And really the quick answer for that is this is a totally new concept in locking and in detent and deployment. This is a science experiment, a science project, you know, that I think is going to lead to some phenomenal things. Now, it does cut very well with that nice, oh, come on, tall flat grind, if I can actually not screw it up. But you see, it cuts. Now, this one's been around to a few people and was at Blade Show, so may not be as sharp as yours will be when it comes, but very, very nicely done. Now, The deployment method. So you have an opening hole, which you can definitely thumb flick, and you can most definitely middle finger flick. You can use this flipper thing, but here's the thing. The natural position for me to flip is sort of like this. So what I was doing the first time is I flipped it with this, but I undeployed it real quick and it closed right down. So you got to keep your thumb away from that lock. That lock moves fairly easily, so please be aware of that. And if you're a lefty, I know your finger rests on that as well, so that's an issue. It does tend to be very fidgety. You do have this ting that sounds awesome. The thing makes awesome sounds. Listen to the detent, which is obviously magnets. So you have two magnets down here, which means basically the blade is basically always going to be centered. Now, there is this little mark on the blade right here, and I've tried to wipe that off. So I'm wondering, there's these smaller either guides or magnets right there you see. So I wonder if that's kind of scratching the blade. I'm not sure what's happening there. But it is dead centered. And lockup is good. There's no blade play, no lock rocket. See, I keep trying to keep my thumb off. When I'm doing that, I got to keep my thumb off that lock. I don't want it to come back down on me. So that is not great. But he's got a different version. He showed WinterBlade, Brian Winter, showed on his Instagram the other day of one that's like a spine lock and you push right here. So I think I like that a lot better. I can't wait till he gets that one out there. Now, the way this works, guys, is you've got kind of a scoop right here on the top of the blade. You see that? And then you've got this that's got a round magnet on it. And what happens is when this comes around, that drops into that spot. You can't see it because he's got this filler plate here. And then to actuate, you're pulling that magnet off of the steel and out of that slot that's right there. Let's see if you can see it now. You just can't see it. It didn't lock because I have my finger on it. Now, this guy moves freely. I would not recommend doing that and playing with it because now if I close the knife, the blade's going to be exposed in there. Let's just show you what I mean. So there you go. Don't do that. Leave this closed. There is a filler backspacer, I think, that you can purchase and fill this gap. If I owned this knife, I would have that because this does not feel good to me. That gap, I just don't. Now, another thing, if I bear down, and this is more of an EDC knife, but you just got to bear in mind, if you're bearing down, you can release that lock. So just be very, very careful with that. But overall, I mean, the thing deploys phenomenally. It locks well. It's fun to fidget with. It sounds great. It cuts well. It's a knife, guys. I mean, it definitely is. I don't think it's a worker. And a lot of people have expressed concerns about, maybe, and there's a paper, I got to find it. Where is it? It's right here, I believe. A paper that came with this one. And I don't know if it's because it was part of the pass around group, but it basically break-in and maintenance and then, how to keep, what's the word? Try to keep it dry. Don't put a lot of oil in it. And then also how to clean it, and keep from getting a lot of, metal dust in there. Wow. That's the word I was trying to think of. And how to clean it if you do that. So it's kind of phenomenal that it comes with that. They know there's a potential issue there and they've dealt with it. Now, as far as specs, this guy it's way down here. Blade length is 3 inches. Edge length, so cutting edge is 2.5. Handle length is 4.25. Overall knife length is 7.125. And the thickness is 0.375. And the weight is just 3.2. Again, manufactured by Bestech as an OEM, but this is the WinterBlade Factor. This is his knife. Built by QSP Bestech as the OEM, and this carbon fiber feels really nice. Great grip to it, really, really nicely done. So, there's some drawbacks. There's some phenomenal parts of this. I'm going to wipe it real quick just because I got fingerprints all over it. But I really think this is a great knife, and a lot of you are going to love it. A lot of you that have already ordered it probably already love yours. Here's the thing I say. Give this guy a year And he's going to come out with a model that's going to blow our minds, because the mechanism is earth-shattering in the knife industry. I am blown away by the concept and by the thought process of going out of the paradigm of knives with metallic, with physical locks, which this is, just the magnet kind of holds it in place. I just think this could be a groundswell in the knife industry. So we'll see where he takes this mechanism. And guys, I'm excited. So I'm going to pass this on to the next person in the pass around group. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. So let me know what you think down below. Give me a thumbs up. And guys, I really appreciate you watching the KnivesFAST channel.